For some people, Reef Blower was introduced as the first episode of SpongeBob, even though for many of us it was Help Wanted. So some people assumed all SpongeBob episodes were going to be like that, with the zero dialogue and extremely short. Could you imagine Reef Blower being your first introduction to SpongeBob? I still think it's a genius episode, but Help wanted to introduce you to the world Bikini Bottom, specifically showing how SpongeBob was able to get his job as a fry cook at the Krusty Krab.
And Turbo Drive!
Working for his boss, Mr. Krabs, and working with his neighbor, co-worker and overall nemesis, Squidward. Patrick, SpongeBob's best friend, is also in this first story, and while the episode introduced the audience to these characters, it also introduced Nickelodeon as well. Help Wanted was the pilot produced to let Nickelodeon decide whether it wanted to make a whole series starring these characters, and was produced in 1997, while the rest of the episodes of Season 1 were produced in 1998 and 1999. That, though, left the first episode in a different format than most episodes, as the pilot was less than 8 minutes long, leaving the show a few minutes shy when adding in the first regular 11-minute segment Tea at the Tree Dome. Enter Reef Blowers, the story that clocked in 9 seconds shy of 3 minutes, SpongeBob's shortest episode that features a reef blower, a bikini bottom variation on our typical leaf blowers, to clean his front yard, but inadvertently causing all sorts of problems for Squidward. There is a great moment where SpongeBob says "you," but it is presented only as a caption on the screen and not audible dialogue. I guess I do get that if that was the first episode of this new cartoon you saw instead of Help Wanted, I see why you would be totally lost and confused. Because, in my opinion, understanding the backstory and the dynamic between SpongeBob and Squidward the way it was shown in Help Wanted makes watching it way more enjoyable, though I still think it was a great episode nonetheless. It really lets us dive into the dynamics between SpongeBob and Squidward, since they're the only ones around. It's a fun look at their relationship. Even though SpongeBob is super annoying to Squidward, it's clear that Squidward isn't exactly innocent either. I mean, he kicked the shell over into SpongeBob's yard first. The episode is kind of a silent take on what goes around comes around. Squidward is left with not only a more messier yard, he is also left with the very thing he was trying to get rid of.